Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your daily advice for July 11th, 2016. Thank you very much for being here with me. Thank you for all your support. If you're new to my channel, this is a general reading looking at the energies that surround us at this time, what potential there is, and what we need to know about these energies in order to use them for our highest good. And also, I always say don't get too stuck on the date. Whenever you do hear the message, that is when it's intended for you to hear it. That is when it will do you the most good to hear the message. So as always, keep an open mind and take away the messages that resonate, that make sense to you and your situation. It will be different things for different people. Try to take away the message and not necessarily exactly the examples that I'm giving, because it's such a broad reading. The message is what is important, and if it resonates, then you will know how to apply it to your situation. Okay, so the message that we have for today revolves around the idea of going within and allowing for ourselves to truly experience our emotions, good and bad, in order to gain a new perspective and a new understanding. The first card we have representing the influence of the past on our current situation is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is talking about a situation in our lives, a situation in the past where we were tired, bruised, and battered, trying to defend something, trying to protect something, or trying to hold on to something. And we were in a place of fear or stress or remorse or whatever kind of emotion you were experiencing at the time, because we were really trying to keep everything the way it was. We were trying to not let anything change, okay, for good or for bad. It's one of those times when the way things are, you believe that maybe it's the best way they can be. And then you start fighting the universe or fate when they're trying to change that situation into something that is even better, okay? But because we cannot see that, we believe that the way things are at that time are the best they can be. So we fight against change and we fight to keep things the way they are. However, oftentimes, well, more often than not, fate wins and actually things do change, and it's up to us whether that change is positive or not, because again, it's what we feel about the change that makes that a good change or a bad change. Because if we are able to open up to the change and say, okay, well, let's see what this is and let's see how I can turn it around and make it work for me, then that eventually turns out to be a really good change. Because fate always does things the way they are supposed to happen, and fate is trying to work for us, with us, and rarely against us. I would say never, but or if we resist that change, and even though it's happened already, we keep focusing on what we lost, we keep focusing on what was taken, then that change is going to be something very negative. And the more we feel fear and sadness over it, the more negative it gets. The message for today, we have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is talking about our emotions and our intuition and our natures, what makes us who we are, the way we see things, the way we feel things, the way we experience things that happen to us or around us. And the message for today with the Queen of Cups is allow for a deeper understanding to happen. If you have been in this kind of situation, and I think we all have at some point in our lives, where we so desperately wanted to keep things the way they were and yet they changed, and for the life of us we cannot understand why that had to happen, and so we still fight the change because we don't understand why that is a positive thing. So we keep fighting it. We don't allow it to manifest. We don't allow it to unfold into what it could be because we don't understand. And so with the Queen of Cups today, I feel that this is telling us, analyze ourselves, okay? Do some self-reflection. Look at our emotions towards a situation that is still holding us back. Look at our thoughts, our experiences, the way we feel about that, the way we think about that. And try to separate yourselves from that desired outcome, and just focus on the experience, okay? Focus on, why do I think the way I do, and why do I feel the way I do about this situation? What is it that is still keeping me stuck in that place? And the Queen of Cups is all about meditation and prayer. She's very psychic. She's very intuitive. So I feel like today, work with your angels and your spirit guides and ask them these questions. Ask them to show you. Ask them to help you understand why things had to happen that way for us whenever that happened, where something we were really trying to keep the same had to change. And oftentimes there's a sense of loss that comes with that, because people leave our lives, or things leave our lives, or relationships or situations or jobs, friendships, because change is change. So something old has to go in order for something new to begin. And so with the Queen of Cups, the message for today is, spend some time alone if you can, or just spend a few minutes in the day thinking about that situation that you still hold regret over, or you blame yourself for, that maybe you couldn't keep things together, or something like that. A change that happened in your life that you still don't understand and you still don't feel okay about. The Queen of Cups is here to tell us, look for the blessing in that situation, because there always is one. And it will be, the key is our emotions. Okay, the key is how we feel about that situation, or what kind of emotions and thoughts we assigned to that situation that is still making it a negative experience for us. And then just take a step back and reflect. Just observe what happens. Observe the answers that come to your mind, or observe the connection of the dots that happens in terms of, well, okay, so that happened and I didn't feel good about it, and so on and so forth. But what has happened since? Or what kind of opportunities has that brought me? Or just look for the blessing in the situation, and everything is going to come into place. Everything will be answered. Everything will be explained through self-reflection. Or even talking to a counselor or a mentor or a teacher, or someone who you deeply trust. Someone's always there for you, someone who never judges you or criticizes you, always gives you sound advice, always listens to you when you need someone to talk to, and so on and so forth. That kind of person is really going to help you get to the realization that you need to get to, and then allow for that understanding to heal those emotions and to heal whatever unresolved tension or anger or regret or guilt you hold when you think about that change. And the energy that we're going into tomorrow with, if we do this, is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is all about moving forward, progress, feeling light, okay? Feeling like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. Feeling like you are free to run, free to fly, free to follow your inspiration, to manifest your dreams, your ideas, your creativity. Because you shed that sense of guilt or blame or regret or loss that has been keeping you back, okay? And the Eight of Wands is a card that talks about travel. It's a card that talks about good news. It's a card that talks about aha moments that kick everything into gear. It's quick energy. It's positive. It's joy, laughter, excitement. Everything changes for the better, okay? And I feel that this comes from the realization of what the blessing is in that change, why things had to change, and accepting that yes, things had to change. Okay, then looking at why is that, and what has it brought me, or what could it have brought me. Okay, and the message of guidance for today, we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So this is asking us to look at what we feel we lost, okay? What we beat ourselves up about that we lost, what we blame ourselves for losing, what we feel that if we tried harder, maybe that wouldn't have left our lives. And again, it's a person, a situation, a thing, friendship, job, whatever the case may be. But grief has a similar message to that of the Queen of Cups, in the sense that, yes, you can wallow in those negative emotions and they can eat you up, and then you can't find your way back up to the surface. Or you can take this as an opportunity to self-reflect and understand, why is it that you feel so strongly about this? Why is it that you blame yourself? Should you? Because oftentimes it's things out of our control that happen. And looking at what was lost, or what you feel was lost, because loss is often an illusion, because it is this change that happens. But with change, nothing is lost, things just transform. Okay, and so that's why loss is an illusion. It's actually a transformation that happens. Okay, you're growing, and that's a good thing. When you're going through transformation, it means you're evolving, and that's a beautiful thing. And so grief is asking us to look at this situation in our lives and see the opportunity in it. Assess the situation. Was it really the best for me at that time? It was taken away. Why was it taken away? Maybe I was supposed to be free to do the next opportunity that came along. Okay, maybe I was in a dead-end job and I didn't know it, and I was just trying to make do. But in reality, there was a better job just around the corner for me, and I needed to be available for it. Or maybe I was in a relationship that just did not work, and I tried everything and I did my best and it still didn't work. And maybe it went away for me to have healing and for me to understand that I need a different thing. I need a different kind of person. I need a different kind of relationship, or I deserve something better, and so on and so forth. Whatever situation we feel we lost, it is an opportunity for us to understand ourselves better and to understand the blessing behind that situation. And that's how we heal. Whatever we have been carrying around with us, we heal that, we release it, and we grow in the process because we understand ourselves better, and we understand maybe how our angels are working with us, or how the universe is working with us, or how they are answering our prayers. If we are wishing for a better job, then oftentimes the job that we're in is going to go away because we are receiving the opportunity for a better job. But just because we envision it to happen in a certain way in our head and then it doesn't happen that way in reality, doesn't mean that our prayer was not answered. So today is about gaining deeper understanding about ourselves, about a situation that we feel we lost, or we feel we failed and it was taken away from us, or whatever. Understanding what that was, understanding the blessing, understanding how it helped us grow. And then moving forward in beautiful ways, feeling less burdened, feeling like we gained so much, not that we lost. Okay, so there you have it. This is the message for today. Remember, use your own psychic energy, use your own intuition. Connect with your angels, connect with your spirit guides, with the universe, in meditation, in prayer, and then observe, see what happens, okay? See what comes to you, because those are the answers that you maybe have been blocking out for so long because you've been looking at the situation from the wrong point of view. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I hope it helps you. I hope it puts things in a different perspective for you, and it helps you move forward freely. Thank you very much for being here with me. Let me know what you think, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.